Hey everyone, Pat Mercedes, and guess what? These criminals, I mean, there's no other way to call them. Thieves, plantation owners that are trying to destroy us financially are just hell-bent on the destruction of your financial freedom. Let me just talk to you a little bit today because I'm pretty fired up about this, and I'm going to introduce to you a very special person that is really helping me, my family, our kids smash inflation, smash the interest rates rise. But I want you to hear me because it angers me when they try and deceive us. They deceived us during the pandemic. I mean, I got so much to say about that, but I'll leave that alone. All of a sudden, all these sudden deaths everywhere. You know, it touched our family this weekend. Was someone dear to us was affected. I don't want to get into that for respect of the family and everything else, but they keep lying to us. And here's the thing is we know they're lying to us and we keep paying homage to these liars. The budget failed to produce any kind of significant change to our cost of living. Now you must say, well, Pat, you should be okay. Hang on, it's not about me. It's about you. It's about your children. They are plunging us into so much debt for generations to come. It's not funny. Dr. Chalmers, I don't know what he's a doctor of, but he's certainly not charming, that's for sure, has described the package as a traditional Labor budget. That means that the 35% of you that own mortgage, they're going to slap you, and I'm going to show you how they're doing it. That means those of you that are entrepreneurial, we're going to hit you. I've got no problem helping our pensioners. I've got no problem supporting people that cannot work. And I've said it for the last 20 years, but I have a lot of problems for people that will not work. That annoys me. That annoys me. We all know that the NDIS system is being absolutely rorted. That thing is costing us more than Medicare. And I have proof of people that are rorting the system. I know of people that are doing it. It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. He said it helps Australians doing it tough and making significant inroads into cleaning up the mess we got from the coalition. Let me just say this to Mr. Chalmers, Albanese, the Greens, and all these left-wing crazies. This budget, this handout, all Australians are doing it tough. What planet are you living on? And I thought you actually governed for all of Australia. And this is what he calls people out there, the working poor. A revelation to you. Most of the people you're supporting are not working. They're not working. It is the working man, it is a small businessman that have been targeted the most. You remove small business from this industry, it is like having a body without a vertebrae. They want to punish anything that is ownership. And here's the thing is 13% of respondents to a news poll conducted by the Australian believe that they'll come good on any of these promises. A third of voters believe that the budget would help improve the economy, which is true, while only 20% of the country believes you're going to be financially better off. And they call us the working poor. But let me give you a revelation before I bring my special guest. The 35% of Australians own mortgages. That means 35% are getting belted by the governor of the Reserve Bank consistently. And they've got to prop up to 65. Where the GST is something that we all pay. If they want to help inflation, why do they keep belting those of us that own something? And then here's the next person that's going to get belted. Those people that are out there renting. The landlord can't afford to keep up with the interest rates. What's he going to do? Well, you're going to make him an enemy. And let me tell you what the ATO is doing. The ATO has said that the average Australian, which is the working poor, I might add, will be $1,500 out of pocket with the new things that they're coming after. They're coming after everything. Watch this. They say that rental investors, they're going to be hit. You're going to be hit with more capital gains. They're going after, this is what they said, anything that is income producing, they're coming after it. Now, does that mean we shouldn't stop creating income? No, it means we need a faster, more intelligent, more efficient, more I'll use the word progressive way to beat this. The ATO is coming after the 9.1 billion in unpaid taxes. And guess what? If you work from home, your deductions, read it, this was in today's newspaper, your deductions, if you work from home, which is a majority of us, remember when they said stay at home, work from home? It's all part of the setup to belt you later. Now, I'm sorry if my language isn't as eloquent, but I'm the boy from Bankstown that just happened to be tagged with a touch of God and fighting for people's prosperity. There is a war going on our finances. They're coming after your rental income. They're coming after if you work from home. They're coming after more of capital gains. And we can't sit there just being angry and annoyed. We've got to be people of action. I said this year that I was going to produce and bring to you people that can help you. Well, one of those people is my great friend and a financial mentor to me. Let me tell you, he's helping me and members of our family smash inflation, smash the interest rates. We're getting between 10 to 15% returns, others 7 to 8% returns because of this man. And by the way, he's a great freedom fighter. Now, I know many of you get freaked out by artificial intelligence. But let's not put our brain in a pickle jar and say reserved until Jesus comes. Artificial intelligence, there's some spooky stuff out there, but there's also some good stuff out there. A person like me who's highly emotional, I guess you didn't figure that out, by the way. When I get to writing, my emotions can get in the way. Emotions kill income, but strategy and systems built it. And this is my great friend, Troy Harris. And I'm pretty fired up, Troy. What are they doing to us, man? What are they doing to us?
No, I hear you, Pat. And I share your passion. It's absolutely true.
Why can't people see this? I don't understand, Troy. Why can't they see it?
Look, I don't know. I think we're just, it's very similar to what you just said, right? We're indoctrinated into this system and it's all set up, right? It's that, work from home, then we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And it's insane. It's been going on for how many years now? Like how much longer are we meant to take this rubbish?
Yeah, and you know what? It's almost like people have become it's like Stockholm syndrome. It's like the people of Victoria, they keep voting that delinquent in there. And now we've got and by the way, let me just throw this out. And now Dan has got an ally in John Pizzuto, firing Moira Deemy. I hope she sues him to the highest heavens, that fool of a man. Anyway, Troy, you've been helping me.
Yeah.
And you know me, my wife said, if it wasn't for Troy and his team helping us up this bot system, it was just brilliant. And thank you for that. You really hold people by the hand. I want to debunk some myths. There's a good side of artificial intelligence, and then there's the freaky outside. Can you explain to my viewers the two? Because there's a lot of good people out here that don't want to be caught up in this high-tech world that controls and, can you give us a bit of insight into that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not going to go into crazy detail, but quite simply, there's some different parts of AI or artificial intelligence that's being created. And like with any new technology, and you know this, Pat, I know that you're very forward thinking. With any new technology, there is always going to be, let's say, little bits here and there that people are going to try and take advantage of, bad players, shall we say. But what we need to remember and what we need to realize, and what I liked what you just said there before, Pat, is that we can't just completely put our head in the sand and go, oh, well, there's a few little bad players here and there, so I'm just going to not even get involved. Because with all new technology comes new opportunities. And there's a huge opportunity here to use the power of artificial intelligence for a lot of good. And like what you said, there's a lot of people freaking out about different things, and that's okay. But there's a huge opportunity here to use artificial intelligence, because at the end of the day, artificial intelligence, mate, as smart as we all think we are, artificial intelligence is smarter than all of us put together. Yeah. And the facts are that we can use that intelligence to find us opportunities in the market, as you guys, as you and your family have been experiencing. We can find opportunities in the market to take massive advantage and really great money-making opportunities in the market.
And you know what, Troy, for me, what I love is that I only am prepared to invest what I'm prepared to lose. We haven't lost. We haven't lost at all. And there's some of our family. So I know you trade in cryptocurrencies using artificial intelligence and trading bots. What do you believe the future of earning income looks like. Now, before people get freaked out, just understand these are not the bots that peer into your life and check everything you're doing, and it's highly protected and highly secure.
Mm.
So what do you think the future of earning income looks like to you?
Well, I think there's going to be a lot of things that are going to happen. I think we can all agree that we're living in a crazy, crazy new digital technical world, right? And we all understand that, we all know that, but we all kind of feel like it's just too hard and we don't know where to start. And the future of earning an income, there's going to be lots of different factors that play into this. Of course, we're still going to need construction workers. We're still going to need healthcare workers. We're still going to need emergency workers where things are needed like that. But I think a lot of people don't understand that with this new technology that's coming in, whether it be AI, whether it be blockchain technology, there's going to be a lot of professions that are going to be taken up and not essentially not going to be needed anymore, right? So instead of putting our head in the sand, we need to get with the times. We need to understand what's going on. And that's what I really am proud about what I've created here, what we've been able to do for people, because we kind of let people dip their toes in the water without, feeling overwhelmed or anything like that. So I think we're going to see a lot more people being in control of their own finances. I know that seems crazy and we might think, how on earth could that happen? But with this new technology, if we can use it to our advantage, which we are doing, you can be much more in control of your income.
Now, folks, I've asked Troy to show you some results. Can we have a look at some results? And then give us a bit of an insight on what mistakes people make in investing in crypto and blockchain. I know this for a lot of us, especially as older people, it's new stuff, but can you explain this to us?
Yeah, absolutely. So here we go here. So what you can see here, right? This is what we call, and this is actually a screenshot that's very similar to what you and your family have been using, Pat, which is the screenshot of all the results that come in, right? So what this is essentially what we call a cryptocurrency trading bot that's using artificial intelligence to place trades for us, okay? And we can see that because you simply just got to look at the side here at the dates here, right? We've got the 17th of January this year, 16th, 16th, 14th of January. And I'll put this in context here because I want to show people as we go through the slides here, right? So we can see here that we've got, and anyone that does trading, and you've seen this, Pat, green is good, right? All these results, 12% results, 12%, 12%, 11%. But have a look at the dates here, Pat, and the timestamps, right? We've got 11:30 at night, 2:30 in the afternoon, and then we've got 2 o'clock here. And then if we go down to our second slide here, right, we've got 1 o'clock, 11:57. So all of these trades here, Pat, these are all happening. They're all automated, right? They're all hands-free. They're all passive, but they're all happening during this period, like during this actual day. Have a look at this. All these trades that happen on the 14th of January, and see, they're all time stamped. Now, people think, oh, Troy, you must have been looking at your computer. You must have been staring at it and getting in and out of trades. Pat, I don't mind if these trades take 10 seconds to open and close, or if they take 10 days. It doesn't matter, because the fact is that with this artificial intelligence and these bots, we can make these kinds of returns, okay, and we can make them consistently by simply by using artificial intelligence on our side, and we can punch these kind of returns. Like, where else are you going to get these kind of returns? 11%, 10%, 18%. It's just not going to happen.
Nowhere. And here's what I wanted to let people know. One of the things that on Wednesday we're going to be doing a special event with Troy. You don't want to miss that. Troy, I asked you to prepare, knowing what you know and knowing what you understand. I asked you to prepare a scenario of a small investment. And I want the fact is, you don't need a lot of money to make great money.
Yeah.
And this is what excites me. They're telling you out there that you do. I'm telling you, Troy's telling you you're not. Troy, using your strategy and what you know, can you show us what a small investment in the power of compounding, okay? Not hype. This is maths, folks.
Yep.
Can you show everyone? We're going to be doing more of this on Wednesday. Have a look at what an investment of $1,000 can produce in just a few years. Exactly.
And like what you just said, Pat, this isn't some kind of hype, right? This is just pure mathematics, right? So the power of compounding, and when we have a investment that's working for us and consistently returning for us, which is the great thing about artificial intelligence. It plays right into this market because the crypto market goes 24/7, artificial intelligence goes 24/7. So we never stop earning. Okay. So what we've got here, we've got from a $1,000 investment based on those earnings that we're receiving currently through the bot. In 1 year, Pat, we take our $1,000 investment to $3,293.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
And then in year two, $17,433. Now, don't get me wrong here, guys. You need to be disciplined to do this, okay? Because the big thing here, Pat, and as you know, is you got to keep your money in the account so it keeps building on top of each other. Some people go, oh, I'm going to, do this, do that. I'm going to fiddle around with it. You need to keep that money in the account. And if you do, and you have that consistent returns that build up over time. So over the last 18 months since we've been using this bot has been giving us an average of 1 to 2% per week, consistently per week, right? And then it starts getting crazy, right? When we start getting to year 4, and then year 5, you can potentially turn into a millionaire, right? From a $1,000 investment. And this is the power of compounding. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about the power of compounding interest and how you too, anyone can compound their normal investment and have it working for it, because that's the big thing here. We want money working for us. We don't want to be working for money. We want to have money working for us.
Yeah. Well, for many of us, there won't be jobs left if the NWO, Mr. Schwab, and all his cronies are out there. And I know you've been a freedom fighter, and that's what I love about you. You think I'm fired up, but you ought to see this guy when he lets loose. So, all right. So Wednesday, we've got a special event. And again, look, this is for everybody. If you've never had experience, if you think you're experienced, it doesn't matter, okay? It's going to be a great event. I know it's working for me. And what I love is I don't have to do anything. I already got a busy life, and it just does it on its own. And you don't have to have a lot of money to make good money. You tell me, any one of you tell me where you're going to get 12, 15, whatever it is, % constant return and compounding. You tell me, and I'll go there as well. So Troy, give us 2 or 3 things that we're going to have a look at. Obviously, you've got great testimonials there. We're going to see them on Wednesday. What's 2 or 3 other things that we can learn on Wednesday and can expect from our event online?
Well, the big thing is we're going to witness the power of what these new technologies bring us. Okay, so these new technology, they bring us so much power, and it puts the power back in the people's hands. And I know you love this as well, Pat. This is what crypto and blockchain technology does, because what we're going to be learning about is what's called peer-to-peer transactions. And this is what I'm so passionate about, because it cuts out the greedy middlemen. It cuts out the fat cats in the middle, because it's peer-to-peer transactions. So no longer do we need to send a transaction. Let's say you have a family member on the other side of the world. We want to send it via, your usual methods in Western Union and all the other rip-off merchants that there are. We can now send through cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. We can send that money directly to that person, and then there's no middlemen taking their cut. And that's the biggest thing that I love sharing with people. I'm going to educate people a little bit on blockchain technology so they can truly understand the power.
Troy, thanks so much. And Wednesday, we're excited to have you, man.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I've got a lot to say on Wednesday on our international Zoom. We've got people coming in from all over the world. I'm going to get my team to put up a link here. Troy Harris, thanks so much. Wednesday, we're on, brother.
You're welcome, Pat. Pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Let's help people make inflation and interest rates their slave. I got another word for it, but it may not be good for my Christian friends. Thanks, Troy. Now, folks, listen to me very carefully. There's one thing to moan and complain and about stuff, but we've got to take responsibility ourselves. And I really believe that if we don't do something now, if we're using yesterday's methods in today's world, we're not going to have it tomorrow. So make sure you're on there. Folks, let me tell you, the clock is ticking. Now, for those of you that, heard something about blockchain or crypto and you've got all these spooky things, listen, you've got to not buy in. There's 2 kinds of dramas. There's the crazies out there that they're looking for ghosts and everything. And then there's the nutcases out there in the political world trying to control us. You've got to be centered. And you've got to think of freedom fighters that over the last few years have stayed in the game. The only reason why I'm still on air doing what we're doing, saying what we're doing, is because we set ourselves up using methods like this. So come on, guys, get with the program. We've got a lot of stuff that we need to still fight over. I really believe that many of us, because the pandemic was over, we all think we're back and safe. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. That scheme that they set up a couple of years ago was a gateway point, and I've said it and I'll keep saying it, to all kinds of hell and evil vomiting on our world. Financial, the sexualization of children, losing your property, the interest rates going through the roof. Just remember what Schwab said. They want you to own nothing and be happy. That's what he said. You will, not you might. And when you got patsies like Albanese and the rest of them out there, we don't have a Conservative Party anymore in Australia. We don't. Well, we do, but not the two major parties. We have been sold out. We have been lied to. And if we keep letting them lie to us, keep letting us give ourselves handouts, we'll always become slaves to the plantation owners. So anyway, this is Pat's Reality Check. I don't call them Pat's Rants anymore. It's Pat's Reality Check. We'll see you all on Wednesday. There's a morning session and an evening session. It's online. There will be a link here in the chat. Look forward to seeing you then. God bless you.